So, in the previous session, we had started working on the next target of ours, which is Mr. Robot. So, let's continue with that today as well. I'm just going to boot up the VMs and then I'll continue.
Sir, I think it got stuck.
No, it can take a while sometimes. Excuse me. Okay, so the other day, excuse me, so we had tried to find a few details about the web server running. Okay, so that's our IP, and I think there was something this blog URL. Okay, no, let's just run a quick scan with derb. Okay, /0. Okay, that was the URL. Okay, so this is the blog. Now there are no blog entries in this case, but we know that okay, this is also using WordPress. So there is a login URL. Let's try to see whether we can log in using the default credentials that we had done previously. Okay, so it's saying invalid username. So in this case, there is no admin. Now, of course, that does not mean that there is no admin account. It's just that there is no account which is named admin. So we're going to see and we're going to try to find out what is the account name. Okay, so let's look into that. Now we know that we have WordPress here. So one thing that we can do is that we can use WP scan. Now if I give it this, okay, it will find some information, but okay, there is something else. I wanted to enumerate the users as well. So -e and try to find out some usernames that we can then use to log in there. So it tried to perform username enumeration, but it came up empty. So it wasn't able to find any usernames for us. Now, like I mentioned, this is based on a TV show which goes by the same name of Mr. Robot. So have you guys watched that show?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So it's also related to hacking and stuff.
Okay.
So the next part is going to be making more sense if you have seen the show. Now in this case, okay, normally what you do is if you don't find the correct username on the first try, you keep trying different usernames. Okay, admin, or let's say I try Mr. Robot and some random password, invalid username. Okay, then let's say, this is just stuff from the show itself. Or I could try to use the name of the protagonist in the show. Okay, seems like we have hit upon something. So it says that the password you entered for the username Elliot is incorrect. That means the username is correct. We just need to figure out the password. Now, based on what we have done so far, can anyone tell me what we could use to get the password in this case?
Brute force.
Okay, brute force. And what information do we have which might help us with that? What have we
Because
seen
we
so far?
already find the combination of some words.
like some characters from the that same series.
Actually, while that is what is usually done when you're trying a brute force attack, brute force attacks take an extremely long time.
Mm. CPU
So
expenses.
we prefer using dictionary attacks. So you know the
So what's
difference
the
between a
difference,
dictionary
sir?
attack and a
In dictionary.
brute force attack?
Hello,
Yes, hello.
sir. What's the difference between brute force and dictionary attack?
In brute force, you let's say decide upon a set of characters, and you also decide like what length of password you want. Like let's say you want the length to be exactly 8 characters, or you want to specify a range like the password that you try should be from 8 to 12 characters long. Then based on the character set that you have mentioned and the length, your program is going to try all possible combinations
Oh,
in a brute force attack. But in a dictionary attack, what you're doing is you're providing a word list or a dictionary file, and that cracking program, what it is going to do, it is going to try each and every single value present in that list and try that as the password. Okay, so what have we seen so far which is going to help us in this case? Or let's say I can just ask you, what word list should I use if I want to do a dictionary attack in this case?
the word list which we got from the robot.txt.
Yes. So the word list that we got from there, we should use that. Let me just check that we still have the word list. Now that should be, it was named S, is it? Okay. So we have it in our downloads directory. Now what we can do is this tool that we use, WP scan, the same tool can be used for trying to crack a WordPress password as well. So let's just look at the options once. I need to see what parameter to pass. Okay, so hyphen P for the password. Okay, And I also need to specify that I need to do a password attack. So what I can do is wp scan. First thing is the URL that I need to provide. So URL, which is http. Then I need to tell it that okay, we need to do a password attack. Password attack. And the kind of attack, now we are going to try and attack this WP login page. And of course the username that I'm going to use is Elliot, and the passwords that we have are stored in okay this directory itself, since we are in the downloads directory. Okay, so let's begin. Now basically it's going to do the entire scan first, and then it's going to go on to the password cracking part.
Okay.
So did you guys get this machine set up on your systems, this VM
Yeah, yes, sir. Got the first key also.
or the first key? Okay. Okay, I know the thing is that it can take a while with any
Okay.
kind of password cracking attack, either dictionary or brute force.
Okay.
But this is an important part of the process because you cannot really skip this. So I'm going to let it run for a while. If it is not able to find anything, then I'll uh, like move on to the next part then.
Okay.
Again, like I mentioned, this can take a while. Okay, what I can do is I'm going to the browser. Now there is a website. Okay, like I mentioned, there's also going to be a browser-based machine, or there are going to be browser-based machines as part of the course as well. So one of the things that we're going to see is a website known as Over the Wire. Okay, this is not going to be browser-based. This is going to be terminal-based.
Okay.
The one after this is going to be browser-based. Okay, so what they have are not exactly virtual machines, but they have war games. Okay, so basically it's again it's like a CTF, but war games are they have a slightly different format.
Okay. Like what we should do, sir?
I'm showing you that. See, so it says that each game has its own SSH port. Okay, so what we'll be doing is we'll be using the terminal, and just like we connect to a machine using SSH, similarly we connect using SSH and see how we can proceed there. Okay, so for example, if let's say I want to try out this, okay, this war game, then it's telling me the host name and the port at which I need to connect.
Okay.
Okay, so it says begin with level 0. Now these war games have different levels. Okay, so for let's say level 0, you find the password, move on to the next level. So in this case, there are, okay, for example, in this particular game, there are 34 levels. So the thing is, you'll basically be using some way, you know, be solving some kind of puzzle or some kind of challenge, and
Okay.
you'll get the password for the next level. Then you log into that. Then you that is how you progress throughout the game. Okay,
Okay.
so you connect to using SSH, and after this, Mr. Robot will be trying this war game. So what we'll also be doing is like even further in the course, there is a website known as tryhackme.com. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go to this website, make an account. It's just sign up for free, and there are a
Okay.
lot of CTFs that are available here as well. So we'll go through those as well. Now, of course, there's a paid subscription option as well, but we don't need that. Okay, they have a lot of stuff which is available without having to pay anything as well. So now that is going to be, you can say it's browser based. You don't have to install any virtual machines on your system. There's just one small file that you will have to download and run that every time you need to connect to the network. So it's basically an OpenVPN file, which,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. So you download it and you run that. So you'll be connected to that network. So you'll be using their private IPs and connecting to their systems. For this over the wire, these war games, you don't even need that. Okay, you don't even need any separate file. Just connect using SSH. So these are the other things that we'll be looking at. See, when you talk about solving CTFs and solving similar challenges, there are different formats for that. Okay, one is like the one we've seen, you can download and install, and you can try to find flags or let's say keys in this case. It doesn't matter what you call them, it's just they're all the same kind of thing. You have to find the answer, you could say. So they are all I mean they all come under the category of CTFs. And so sometimes you have a web-based CTF, sometimes you have stuff that you can download. So in this case, these are similarly something that you can access using the SSH, terminals. Okay, just excuse me for a minute. I'll come back and I'll basically
Yes,
try
sir.
starting with one of this. Okay, so this is going to be running for a while. What I can do is I can switch over to another tab, and oh, this is also running. This should have stopped. Okay, so let's try connecting to one of these. And I think if you guys have access to your Linux systems at this time, you should also try that alongside. Okay,
Okay.
so they say that the first one you should try is Bandit. Okay, let's see what it holds for us. So this is a war game. Okay, and if you need to access it, you go to this level 0. So the host you need to access is this on port. Okay, they have also specified the port to use. The username is bandit 0, which is also the password. Okay, so what you do is ssh bandit 0. You write the username with ssh. Simply copy this at, paste this address, port number, and the password. We know that that is also bandit 0. Okay, password is bandit 0 as well. So what's the issue?
Sir, I think O.
Even copy pasting it is not working.
No, it's
That's
O, sir. It's not 0, I think.
but they are, these are numbered levels, level 0, level 1. It's
Okay.
according to that.
Okay.
Let us try again. Let me try one more thing. Okay, I think I'm just using the incorrect command. My bad. So I need to do this. Okay. So my bad. I was just I missed out an option there. Now, see, we have connected. Okay, and basically, just there are some rules like don't modify system files. Don't you know basically don't misuse the system in any way. So
Sir, what was the password for SSH?
bandit 0.
Okay.
Okay, so now it tells us that okay, level 0 from how to go to level 1 now. So it says the password for the next level is stored in a file called readme. Okay, so let's see what directory we are in currently. Home bandwidth 0. Okay, ls. Let's just cat this file out. Okay, so simply this is the password for the first level. So they've kept it very basic since this is the first level itself. Now, can I do switch user? Most likely this is going to be disabled. Okay, so just make sure I've copied this. Okay, try this again. Okay, so we'll have to SSH again. Exit. Okay, now it's asking us for the password. We entered the password that we received previously, and then we have moved on to the next level now. Okay, so now if I check my current working directory, then I'm in bandit 1. So now initially this was just the first level, so it was simply a matter of reading a file. But as you move on through this, you'll see that it gets a little more interesting as you move on through the levels. So do you currently have access to your own Linux installations?
Right now, I can launch, sir. No problem.
Okay, so can you try this currently? Can,
1 second, sir. Let me.
yeah, take.
Sir, what was the website name?
Uh, for connecting via SSH or just to go to the website is
No, just go.
overthewire.org.
Okay, one second.
So you can access that. I can just give you the link in the chat itself. So I've pasted a link for the website in the chat, and again they have mentioned all the details.
Sir, do you need to do level 1 or 0?
Start with level 0.
Okay. Sir, it's showing incorrect password. Can you show me the SSH code?
Yeah, see for SSH,
Come on.
just one moment. SSH bandit 0. This is for the first one, so it's bandit 1 at the rate just
Okay.
bandit.labs.overthewire.org and hyphen p for the port
Okay.
because it's not using the
Okay. I
default. Okay, and the port is 2220. By default, SSH uses port 22.
yes, sir. I mean,
Right? Okay. So now you know that for the first level, all you have to do is get a README file.
yeah, I got the readme file, sir. I'm just running the cat command.
Yeah, and that will give you the password for
Yeah, I got.
level 1. Now you just
Okay, I
need
got.
to log in again using SSH. This is a slightly annoying part that you need to SSH again and again,
Okay, okay.
but that's the way these things work. So
Okay, do we need to use John, sir? John the Ripper
no,
too?
no.
Okay. This possible is to open the file form. Okay, it is the directory.
Okay, so logged into level 1.
Yeah. No, sir. One second.
Okay,
Password for the next level is stored in the then password log. What? I thought we need to find the hash.
no, that's the password itself.
Okay, okay, okay.
If you had to also find a hash and all, that would make it a very, you know, unnecessarily
Okay.
complicated process.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, sir, bandwidth one.
Bandit 1. Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
on the website, you will find that they have similar hints, or basically not hints, description of what you need to do
Mm-hmm.
for the next level. Okay, so
Sir, what is the use of du command? I never used it before.
why don't you try using it and see what you get?
Okay. I'm getting a number something like 20.
It's basically disk usage. Okay, so
Okay. Then that means 20 is a percentage.
did you specify any separate options with it?
No, no, just du.
Just du. Okay, so what is it showing you exactly?
20, 20, just 20 number.
Just 20, nothing
Yeah,
else.
nothing.
Okay, that's strange. It doesn't really show up just like that.
Okay. Okay, sir, what to do next?
Actually, see, du is usually best used when you are actually using it with a directory. So it gives you the details for that particular directory.
Okay. Actually, no files in bandit one.
No files.
Yeah, it's showing no files. If I list the files, nothing is there.
I can see the file in when I'm trying it on my system.
Actually, it's not showing, sir. Screen is just stuck.
It's stuck. Okay. Maybe
Yeah.
you try. No, I
Okay,
okay. On
one
my
second,
end,
sir. I
I've
will.
paused
Yeah,
sharing
yeah.
and
Okay, okay,
so that you try it out on your own. That's why I paused the sharing for the moment.
okay, okay. ls command, it's showing nothing, sir.
No output. It's just moving on to the next line.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just giving a dash. Nothing
Do you
is.
think? mm, Uh, have you read the hint for this level?
Yeah, one second. Level 1 to level 2, right?
Yes.
The level. Whenever you find a password for a level, use it. Okay. I mean, we need to solve this level. ls cd command and cat file du find. These commands
Now,
I need to use.
you don't necessarily need all of these commands actually.
Okay.
Okay, you don't have to use all of these commands,
Okay.
but you know, you just need to figure out a way to open this file.
Which file, sir? Actually, I'm not getting any file. That's why I'm asking.
Like I mentioned, did you read the hint for this level?
Yeah, sir, but it's not coming. One second, one second. Let me see.
Read it carefully.
Sir, it's telling dash is not a special character for file system or kernel.
What did you use? Like, what command did you run?
I used cat
Hmm.
specified with dash because it was only showing dash when I list the files.
See, that's the whole purpose. Okay, cat. See, dash is what? It's not a normal character, right?
Okay. Yeah.
It's a special character.
Okay.
So, if you have a file which is having a name which is different than what you normally would expect,
Okay.
the way to access it also varies a little.
Hmm.
Now you have two options of accessing this file. Okay, two ways of trying to read this file.
Okay.
So can you try to find out what they are?
Yeah. One second.
See, you can use whatever you'd like. You can Google it. Of course, there is also stuff on the website over the wire that can
Yeah.
help you.
Chapter 3 special characters. Sir, actually, this is a big blog, sir. That
Hmm?
chapter 3, which they gave in the site now.
Hmm.
It's a
So
little bit big blog.
block, like you are unable to access it.
No, I can access, but it's too long actually.
Too long. Okay, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, you can also use Google if you don't want to
Okay.
go through the entire thing. That's also an option. Uh, that article is long. Yes, that is true.
Okay. Sir, I just type how to open special character files on Linux,
Hmm.
but it's telling some manipulation and how to name a file in those characters. It's not telling how to open. Not getting it. Uh,
Okay,
better open in a VM or Nano?
You can try, of course,
Okay, let me try.
but there's no guarantee that either of those editors are present on the system.
Yeah, it's telling permission denied.
Actually, see, when you're Googling something, also you have to be particular, okay? The longer your search result is,
Okay.
the longer your search query is, the more dilute your results will be.
Mm.
So if you search dashed file name with cat, that should give you the answer.
Okay, dash file name. Okay, okay.
See, special characters are fine, but we are just concerned with dashed here,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So we can just simply focus on that and carry out our Google search accordingly.
Uh, Central. Yeah. Stack Overflow. So, so they are telling to try cat dot slash and the file name
Okay,
like
so
bash
try that.
script. Yeah, just to run like a bash script. Yeah, I got, sir.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, the file was a bash script, sir.
Yes,
Whether the file was a bash script file, uh,
the file was, it simply contained the password. It's not really a bash
okay,
script.
okay,
If it
what file
was,
format the file was?
hmm?
What file format the file was?
It simply contained this
Okay,
string of text, which was your password.
okay,
Nothing else. If it were a script, you would have seen the entire contents of the
yeah, yeah,
script, that you would have seen a couple more things as well.
yeah, yeah. Okay, I think there are some other ways too.
Yes, other ways do exist. That is correct.
Less than and the dash command will give you the out. Okay, I need to log into Bandit 2.
Yes.
Okay, okay, login.
So
Okay.
try working on this, see how far you can get.
Which one, sir?
I'm saying try working on this, these different
Okay, okay,
levels, see how far you
okay,
can get.
okay. Okay. Bandit 2. Okay, I logged into Bandit 2.
Logged in. Okay.
Yeah,
And what do you see there?
that 2, 3 once again. First person is stored in file called spaces in the file name. It is in the home directory. Spaces. Well, okay, first let me list the file. Spaces in this file name.
Yeah, it has spaces in the file name. If you
Okay,
see the file name,
Yeah, the file name actually is spaces in this file.
Yes, that is a single file, and the name has
Okay.
spaces in it.
Spaces, yeah, yeah, in between space. Okay, so I
So,
need to
what-
search
yeah, you need
how
to
to
figure out how
open a
to
file.
open this file now.
Which one, sir? Yeah, I used the cd command. Okay, I used cat command. Like,
Yeah, it says commands you may need to solve this level. It doesn't mean that you'll need all of those. Okay,
okay, okay.
so don't get confused with that.
Okay, it was showing cat spaces, no such file or directory. Cat in no such file or directory. This no such file or
So
file
you
name.
have to use some method to get past it. Of course, if you directly cat it, it's not going to let you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How to open a file with spaces. To use file, you can either use the escape.
There's actually a couple of ways to do this as well.
Okay, how to read a file name with spaces. Yeah, I got it. File name with spaces. Okay, normal. That's okay. Read a file with spaces and file. Okay, you need to specify in a single code. Am I
Try
right?
you can try that.
Yeah, once again. Yeah, I got sir.
Got it.
Some other methods also there.
Yes, definitely
File
there is there. There is a,
name
no
with
something known as escape characters. Okay, so you can look that up as well, and that will give you.
no, no,
mm,
I can't get you, sir. What you are saying?
I mean, there is
Escape.
a concept of escape characters.
Okay.
So basically, what that means is, let's say, the screen is visible to you currently.
Yes, sir, I can see.
Okay, so if I say cat, now you know that if there is something present in the directory and if you tab it, it's going to complete it on its own.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just tab this, and since this is just single file with spaces in the
Mm-hmm.
name, see before every space it added this backward slash.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I can see the same thing here. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so this backward slash, what it will do is it will tell this cat command that the space is something that you can ignore. It's not a separator. Normally space is treated as a separator, so it separates
Mm-hmm.
different parameters, because even our cat command and the file name is separated by a space.
Okay,
But this escape character tells us that ignore this space, do not treat it as a special character, treat it as a normal character which is a part of this entire string. So for
okay.
every space there is a, sorry, there is this escape character or this backward slash. So if I use this command, I press enter, it's going to show me the contents.
Sir, if I didn't specify the space, whether it will open,
Didn't specify the space as in if you write something like
it's
this.
telling no such file or directory.
Yeah, that is what it is going to say, because you cannot change these things on your own. If it is having spaces, you need to take that take that into consideration.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Another way, of course, is to use single quotes around the entire file name.
Yeah.
So your cat command then knows that okay, this is a single file name, this is a single parameter. These are not different
Mm-hmm.
things. So
Okay. Yeah, I got it, sir.
got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So this gives you the password for level 3.
Okay,
Okay.
like same, I
So
need to go to level 33, 34. Okay.
yeah, it can take time, of course, because
Yeah, yeah.
these concepts might be, you know,
But it's interesting actually.
yeah, that's the reason I'm making you do this because it's quite interesting.
Yeah. What about the robot, sir?
That, of course, that is our priority. But the thing is, the password cracking will take time.
Okay, what about the flag 3? Can't we find flag 3 without
No,
seeing?
no. You can't find flag 3 without getting
Okay,
access to
okay.
flag 2. And you
Okay,
can't
okay,
find
okay. We
flag
need to
2
log
unless
in.
you know this password.
Okay,
So you try this on your end as well.
yeah, okay. If I need increase the virtual CPUs, whether this process will take less time?
This is actually not hash cracking. Okay, it's doing this over a network. It's logging in over a
Okay,
network. So CPUs won't really help.
okay,
Even in my case, see, the processor is rarely being used, 4% in use.
okay, okay,
The main thing that this thing is using is the network. Even that is not being fully used. It's just this.
okay, okay. Then let me run.
Okay, so you have the dictionary file.
Yes,
You
sir. Yeah,
have the
I got.
username, Elliot.
Yeah,
Okay, so try cracking this password.
okay.
Actually, now since I know the password already, I can say that this password is at the end of the file. I mean, not the last value, but it's towards the end. So that's why it
Okay,
can take a while.
okay,
Okay, so we'll continue with Mr. Robot in the next session.
okay.
And as far as this bandit is concerned, of course, you can try working on this as well.
Yeah, sure.
So, do you have any questions?